What's up everyone, I'm OBG for tastingskills.com. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to the Speyside region. Now the Speyside region is located in the northeast part of Scotland and it has the most distillery out of all the regions, and if we count them, it's almost 50, and there's a few that have been closed in the past. Now we're going to be talking about the Glenrothes. Now, the Glenrothes was established in 1879. This, of course, is a single malt scotch. Now, what's special about this place? Well, for one, they have their own water well, which usually distilleries don't have. And second of all, they have their in-house cooperage. Now, they seek out sherry cask butts, and they make their own cooperage in-house so that they can only age in seasoned sherry oak casks. And usually when we look at single malts, they usually do American oak that has been used for bourbon, and then they put it in sherry to finish it. This is 100% seasoned sherry oak. All right, with that out of the way, let's cover a little bit all of the brands that they make, or labels I should say, and then we could talk about the tasting notes. So let's start with, of course, the entry level 10-year-old, the Glenrothes Yellow Label. This has an ABV of 40 or a proof of 80, and it retails for $45. Then we have the 12-year-old Orange Label. This also has an ABV of 40 or a proof of 80, and it retails for $50. Then we have the Maker's Cut or the Red Label. This has an ABV of 48.8 or a proof of 97.6, and this retails also for $50. Then we have the 18-year-old, the Purple Label. This has an ABV of 43 or a proof of 86, and this retails for $140. And finally, we have the 25-year-old or the Black Label. This also has an ABV of 43 or a proof of 86, and retail is $500. Now, this is a series on the Glenrothes that I'm doing. Today I'll be covering the 10 and the 12, and as you can see behind me, I have the 18-year-old over here and I have the 25-year-old over there, and that will be in the second part of this video, so you should subscribe. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the packaging. First of all, I'm absolutely in love with the Glenrothes packaging. I love the color coordination, simple to the eye, no problem there. I love the box that you see the actual packaging and it's not a closed box. Thing that I really love about it too, you would think that this is going to dance, but they have this little lock mechanism on here so that the bottle doesn't move out once it's down and closed. And then my favorite part out of all of this, of course, is the closure. But the bottle, I don't think I've ever seen any other distillery using this type of bottle when it comes to scotch or whiskey. And the cork, like I said, so you can pull on it, but it's locked. You have to actually turn it to unlock it, and then you can take it out. And if you just push it down, yes, it's still available to take out, but you can actually lock it, and then you can't do anything, which I don't think I've ever seen any other distillery do that. But if you know of any, please leave it in the comments below. I don't think I've ever seen that, and I absolutely love this closure. So smart. All right, now let's take a look at the tasting notes. But before that, do you want to taste like a pro? Head over to tastingskills.com, put your name and email into the magical yellow box, and I will send you my free 17-page guide to the fundamentals of tasting. But not only that, if you would like to get a sober hat or a sexy sober t-shirt, we have it in different colors, we have hoodies and so on. When you're at the shop at tastingskills.com and you're ready to check out, just put the promo code IAMOBG and shipping will be free. All right, now let's jump into the Yellow Label 10-year-old to start. On the color, we get this beautiful gold. On the nose, has this nice sherry butt, but you get hints of oaks that are equally balanced at the first impression. As you dive in deeper, you get some light oxidation from the sherry. But once you pass that, you fall into honey, caramel, green apple, dried fruit, and some zesty fruit that gives you this quality nose. On the mouthfeel, it gives you this complex notes of wood tannins from the sherry cask. Then the acidity steps in and delivers sweet dried fruit notes, but the wood tannins are complex and they're spicy as the finish lingers on. This 10-year-old is impressive. You're getting 10-year-old for $45. It's kind of hard to beat when you think about it. The part that is impressive to me is the wood tannins in there. A lot of time you do get a lot of smoke, a lot of sherry, a lot of fruit notes, but the complexity that you get in the mouthfeel that just gives you those tannins that just work them out nonstop is really a trademark of the Glenrothes. I'm absolutely in love with that 10-year-old. It is so delicious for the money. I'm really impressed at this point. All right, let's move on the orange label, the 12-year-old. On the color, deep gold once again. On the nose, beautiful sherry nose in Amontillado style. Some light smoke, caramel, vanilla, but the oxidation sweet notes of the sherry butt dominate this nose. After you get some orange peel, yellow pear, spice bog, this is elegant and the layers on here are delicate and yet very precise. On the mouthfeel, this is all sherry butt wood tannins, and it delivers a complex mix between the spiciness of the wood and the acidity that delivers some really nice oxidized dried fruit. This has a long finish and is a real drinker. Such quality, balance between everything. This is well made. This is really crazy to me. You're looking at a 12-year-old single malt. You could not find a 12-year-old Kentucky bourbon for $50. That is just impossible. And if you do, then you need to let me know in the comments where, because I need to go there and buy it. This was so good, and like I said, the wood tannins on here are so complex. They drive everything. There's a never-ending length all around it. It is so well made. All right, let's do a recap of what you should buy and what you should pass. Starting with, of course, the yellow label 10-year-old. This is an absolute purchase. I mean, this is an entry level for $45. I don't think that you could buy anything better than this for the money. It's a real steal, so of course, it's a buy. Then we have the Glenrothes Orange Label 12-year-old. This is also a buy. This was so beautiful, and like I said previously, $50 for a 12-year-old. This is just insane for the money, and it's an absolute purchase. All right, so I've put a link below to the history of the Glenrothes, where you can find these whiskeys. Also, please remember to smash that like button, and now go down there and subscribe and click the bell. Otherwise, my friend, please remember, stay sober. Peace.